the set, please. We can keep that in if you want. Well, oh, please. I'm trying to be a little director over here. Welcome back to Fresh Daily Meggs, everybody. Pod number dos, because we filmed last week, and I thought I looked ugly in it, if I'm being honest. So we're redoing it now. Right, Alex?
How's your week been? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Well, that's because you've been trawling up around the USA.
I was in LA for a week or two, and
The US
you
of
were
A's.
in
I was in Miami. Yeah.
No Bahamas, no international travel for Megan.
I mean, I've just been hanging in Miami as usual, just doing the chilling and the fun time. We got UFC 299 that just happened. That was really fun. Sean O'Malley
You were
won.
rubbing shoulders with some
people.
high flyers.
Julian Edelman was sitting right in front of us, was chirping us the whole time because we were cheering for the opposite person that he was cheering for.
You gonna fight? You think you could win in a fight against Julian Edelman?
Me? Maybe it was like a chirp fest. I might be able to, but I'm a Julian Edelman guy. Like I'm like a guy. I'm a Julian Edelman girl. Like I'm from Boston. I'm not a Boston sports fan, but I can admire a former Patriot.
Since you accidentally just called yourself a guy, I have a question because we've seen some of these comments and I've heard some of the things you've said about yourself. That partially I agree with, partially I don't. Do you think it's better to be a guy's girl or a girl's girl?
Oh, this is.
And which one do you think you are?
Oh, I mean, everyone knows what I probably come off across as is more of a guy's girl, which is not. I'm not proud to admit that. But Steve Harvey once said, "Act like a lady, think like a man." Right?
We're out here quoting Steve Harvey.
He wrote a book, right? Yeah, he wrote that
did.
book.
He
Okay.
did.
I sound so stupid today. I didn't have my
Uncle
coffee.
Steve. Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve. I love him. So basically, that's how I think that I think, and that's how I tend to carry myself, is that, you know, I hang with the girls, but I'm very aware of the male brain, and I think a piece of my brain has been hardwired to think like a man.
But you spend more time with girls than guys?
I spend a lot of time with guys. I work in sports.
You work in
a man.
sports.
You're a man.
Of course.
There's men in this room.
I do think as a guy,
Yeah.
if there's a girl who's too much a guy's girl, my antenna goes up a little bit. And I don't think you are. I don't think you are. But if they're too much of a guy's girl, I'm like, what are you trying to convince me of?
So
you know? Just my antenna goes up a little bit. Because I feel like girls, there's like a certain girl code, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a certain girl code of like, girls got to have each other's backs and stuff. So then when I see a girl do that to another girl, I'm like, all right, what are you trying to convince me, you know?
I know. Well, I don't hate on other girls. I don't have a vendetta around hanging with girls. I love hanging with girls. I need my girl time. I've just been in the sports industry, I think, so long that I've just learned how to hang with the guys, because sometimes that was the only people I was around. And so I'm like, you got to fit in. And if I'm talking about what I really want to say, you know, they're just going to kind of brush me off as some chick. And so I'm like, you know what? Be seen as a friend. So I think that's also part of it. But this also tailors into what I wrote about on I wrote this in my notes, is like masculine and feminine energy. How much do I need to put, how much does a girl put out there? I think both guys and girls need to tap into their opposite energies. Like, guys need to tap into their feminine energy.
What does that even mean?
Have you been watching The Bachelor?
Nope.
Yep. You don't get it. The Bachelor is a dating show.
I know what The Bachelor is.
This Bachelor, though, Joey, is a very feminine energy man.
But wait, by the way, we have college basketball, we have NBA, we have NHL.
Yeah.
You want me to be watching The Bachelor right now too?
Only on Mondays at 8 p.m. on Hulu.
The finale's next week.
Continue.
Hulu has live sports too, so I am watching the live sports. Don't worry. But men should tap into their feminine energy in order to have emotional intelligence with their girl. Like, guys need to tap into their feminine, which is their emotions, and girls need to tap into their masculine, which is more like kind of bossing up a little bit.
You can have emotional intelligence and not tap into your feminine energy.
No, that's not how it goes.
I think I have good emotional intelligence, but I don't think I have like feminine energy, as you would say. I feel like I'm like a pretty, I wouldn't say overly masculine or I feel like I'm kind of down the middle.
You're the perfect split. But not
Thank
every
you.
guy is the perfect split. Every other guy is, you know, you know? Like protein bore. Like, it's like very protein bore. But The Bachelor, back to what I was saying, this guy, Joey, is forced to date like a woman. And dating like a woman means zero intimacy, zero, you know, anything. it's purely emotional and purely just, forming a connection. So that's what The Bachelor, I've been noticing why it's so interesting is that this guy literally, this is completely off topic, but either way, this guy is forced to date like a girl, and that's how he actually makes a real connection because he's unable to actually spend any intimate time with them.
I feel like the show's been kind of not good for I haven't heard girls talking about the show for a couple years, and all of a sudden, every girl I know is watching The Bachelor this year. What's the deal with this guy?
I don't know. Joey is just like, he looks like a guy you just meet at like a Lower East Side bar.
As if you go to the Lower East Side bars that much.
I don't go to the Lower East Side.
Yeah, you're at like Little Sister and stuff. What are you talking about?
He gives me you vibes, honestly. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Flattered.
Like a little bit of stubble, kind of like frat, but not frat. But like
we
looks
were doing
frat,
better before. Yeah,
but
fair.
not like D-bag.
I probably look a little frat.
Not D-bag style. I completely got off topic. What was even the question you asked me?
No, let's move on.
I just had a memory of like a really bad like first date that I've had. Can I talk about it real quick?
We're waiting.
Guys, a red flag on a first date is a guy that tries to impress you too much to the point where it gives you the literal ick. Run away, because I was at a date with this guy, and you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. It was
Keep going.
long ago.
Were you biking?
I was not biking.
Okay, all right. So it's not him. All right, I got you.
I was not biking. I'd probably fall off a bike. We're sitting at the table, and he starts speaking in Spanish to the waiter. And I don't speak Spanish the way that he speaks Spanish. He spoke a different dialect, and also he spoke way fluently than my little hola, ¿qué tal could.
¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está? And I couldn't, there's PTSD. And this man started talking in Spanish to the waiter for about, I would say, 10 minutes. Completely ignoring me out of the conversation.
Now, was the waiter...
They were talking about soccer, too.
Wait. Did the waiter keep looking over at you,
Nope, I was not involved in the conversation at all.
Okay, but then that's fine.
I should have walked up and left. I just thought about that. And I hope he sees this.
No, I think it's fine, because unless they're talking about you... Like, for instance, I was...
They're talking about soccer.
Oh, then that's fine.
In Spanish without looking at me once in the conversation? 10 minutes!
I was in a cab. I was in a cab on a date last week, and the cabbie was Persian, and I know a little bit of Farsi because half my family is. And it was funny for a couple minutes, and then it was. But like, if it's not about you, then who cares?
It wasn't about me.
Right, but it's fun to like talk in another language when
I couldn't
not in like an oppressing kind of way. It's
I
just
couldn't
like,
understand a word they were saying. After 2 glasses of wine, you think I can understand anything? I was just purely just like.
It definitely wasn't 10 minutes.
It was 10 minutes.
No, it wasn't.
Oh my God,
minutes.
my food got cold because I was like waiting to
No, you're being dramatic.
Do you think guys that spend so much money like on a first and second date do it because they're extremely insecure?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
It's not a security thing. I think like if I'm out, like
don't take her to a steakhouse.
No, I feel like okay, I feel lucky that we get to go out together. I'd like to pay. You know?
Okay.
It's like the gesture.
Where are you taking her though?
I mean, I'm personally like more of like a drinks on a first date than a big steakhouse.
I'm more
your expectations are through the roof.
No, I like Italian. In New York City, it's very common just to get like an Italian dinner for a first date and share a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah,
no one's going to a steakhouse. No one's getting.
Are you paying?
No one's getting. I offer to pay on the first date.
You don't even take the wallet out of your bag.
Heck no.
You just reach.
I grabbed my random Target credit card that's just like been sitting in my wallet for 5 months.
I will say.
And I pull that out and I'm like, oh, like, are you sure? Hoping he doesn't see the bullseye on it. And then I just slide it back in when he says it's fine.
I would rather pay than have them pay. But if they don't reach to offer to pay, don't like that.
Don't like that.
Don't like that. We're playing on the same team here.
Yeah.
You know? Team sport.
Team
sport. You got to be, you know, we're in this together here. You got to offer.
I don't offer to pay for dinner, or I don't pay for dinners. I'll offer, but I don't pay for dinners, but I will cook a dinner. I do get in the kitchen sometimes. What's wrong with being traditional?
That's nice.
What's wrong with cooking and cleaning these days?
No, but
Come on.
But I would say is I would rather pay because I feel like that's a nice gesture, and I'd feel lucky. Like, hey, we get to go out together. Like, it's on me.
But you'd let a girl cook for you at home, right?
Sure.
She offers?
Unless she sucks at cooking.
If a girl sucks at cooking, like, are you going to wife her?
If she sucks at cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You'll wife her?
Yeah.
She can't Uber Eats your kids' food?
There's levels to it.
I actually have...
There's levels to it.
No, you have to be able to make different meals every day and side dishes. You have to know what you're doing.
But I feel like at least one person has to be a good cook. I'm an okay cook.
Like, what are you making? Like breakfast?
I do crush breakfast,
There's
and
two.
I
Every man crushes
hated how
breakfast.
no, I make banging breakfast.
You guys pop out of the womb knowing how to make eggs and bacon on a griddle.
No,
Only
no,
on a
no,
griddle
no,
though.
no, no, no,
And then
no.
also men for some reason all love to barbecue. But it's like, what
damn,
about
I feel so seen.
what about boiling an al dente pasta? Do you know how to boil pasta to al
of
dente?
course, of course. That was the example you gave. The bar's still low. But
I don't know.
Give me an omelet. I'll put some mushrooms, some meat, some spinach in there. Maybe have some avocado toast, some fruit on the side, some bacon. Like we're grubbing.
I just know if a girl's hungry at night, Alex is like, "Do you want breakfast for dinner?" You're that type.
No,
I can
I'm
make a really
saying-
good omelet.
No. I've got some frozen food. I've got some snacks.
But bottom line, if a girl can't cook, you're still gonna wife her. Like literally, say you're close to getting engaged to someone, and she genuinely cannot cook meals for you. Like, how are you gonna have kids? They're gonna starve.
I feel like if you're close to getting engaged, you kind of have your answer about the cooking thing before, right? That comes before.
I don't know.
That comes before.
I don't know. Men have like weird standards.
That's where you draw the
nowadays.
line on cooking?
100%. Feeding the way to a man's heart is his stomach. I fully wholeheartedly believe that.
You are correct about that.
I cooked the other day, and I don't think I've gotten more compliments in my life ever than when I made some homemade garlic bread.
Homemade garlic
They
bread?
were to the point where they were standing over the stove, like scooping the extra sauce from the pot with my garlic bread.
You act like you're some top chef here, and then you're like, I make garlic bread.
I
You're
know.
like, do you even know how to make pasta? I'm like, yes, I know how to make pasta.
That's why it's funny. It's like just knowing how to cook simple, like how to cook a meal, like even just simple stuff. Men go crazy for that. So I always wonder, I'm like, can a guy date a girl that really just genuinely doesn't know how to use a stove? Is that like misogynistic? See, now I'm a guy's girl. That's what it sounds like.
But let me ask you this. What are your top 3 late night snacks that don't involve leaving the apartment?
Like, just in general?
You're at home, it's 12:30, you're hungry, but you can't leave the apartment. Or order in.
Oh, come on. Okay, popcorn. 100% popcorn.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, and you said popcorn.
Popcorn. Yeah. Oh, you emphasize the O?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Popcorn's number 1 for me.
Well, excuse my Canadian accent I picked up. God. Popcorn.
It's contagious?
Cookies. It is.
Moving on.
Popcorn, cookies, and then I love a good pickle. Oh my God, I tried a chamoy pickle yesterday. It took 10 years off my life.
A pickle?
Have you seen those chamoy pickle kits?
No. I feel like...
I was out. It was bad.
What do you mean you're out?
It was disgusting. Like, I literally felt like it took 5 years off my life.
From having a pickle?
Yeah. Have you ever seen it? It's
What are we talking about here?
You've never seen a chamoy pickle kit?
A what?
Chamoy pickle kit.
I have never even heard of that.
Get online, dude. You and your chopped cheese stories? Have a
Yeah.
chamoy pickle kit and feel
Yeah, I
alive
have
once
a
in a
bacon,
while.
egg, and cheese for breakfast, and I have a chopped cheese late at night, and that's how I'm a fat ass.
I feel you on that one.
Popcorn?
What's your 3?
Popcorn for sure. I'm not
Popcorn.
really a sweet tooth guy. Actually, that's
I'm
not
not
true
either,
at all.
unless
That's
it's
not
cookies
true at
and
all.
milk.
That's not true at all. It's really just ice cream.
Oh, I like ice cream.
It's either ice cream or no other. Like, I'm not a candy guy.
Yeah, candy's gross.
It's really ice cream. Popcorn, ice cream. If I have chips, I just stopped buying chips for myself because
I don't like chips
because
that
I
much.
will have chips that night somewhere between the hour of
bet.
midnight and 1 a.m.
100%. While watching
Gone.
a show in bed. You know what? I just thought of something.
No, I don't watch TV in bed.
What?
I don't watch TV in bed.
Do you eat in bed?
No.
My biggest
Everything is in the living room, and then I sleep in bed.
Is it a red flag?
And then I get into bed, and I fall asleep immediately.
Is it a red flag if someone eats in bed? Like there's crumbs that you have to like brush off with that.
Massive red flag. Unless you're doing it together. Unless you're doing it together.
Yeah, like
If you're
together.
doing it together, sure, that's cute. Sure, give it to you.
If one person.
If I open up someone's bed and they've got some crumbs and leftover.
Sorry, don't mind
If
the
I find
mess.
something green, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think it's a green flag if you're willing to make mess with me and like just like.
It's got to be.
get
It's
some
got to
crumbs.
be together. It's got to be together.
It's always together.
If someone's doing that by themselves,
It's bad. Like if I show up and there's some like chicken bits in your bed, like
you're eating it. You're eating it. That's what you're doing.
I'm getting the
And then,
vacuum out.
"Ooh, that's your keeper."
I'm getting the vacuum out and I'm just giving it a little brush. That's it. I think a guy should not meet a girl's friends until after they're official, but a girl should meet a guy's friends.
Say that one more time.
I will not introduce a guy to my friends until I know we're serious, but I think he should introduce me to his.
I think I don't think there should be any order. I think you should definitely introduce them to your friends as like a vetting process. Like after my friends meet someone, I'll be like, oh, what do you think of her? Because I trust my friend's opinion.
Because men are like sheep.
No, I just think like if you trust your friend's opinion.
Bah.
Did you just bat at me? No, I trust my friend's opinion, and I feel like if you trust your friend's opinion, you know, it's not like you're introducing, hey, this is my girlfriend, this is my boy. Like, no, just keep it casual.
This is a fact, though. Men will not date a girl that their friends don't approve of, but girls will date a guy that their friends don't like. Girls always, because we're dangerous. We like to do things that make us feel alive.
Yeah, because.
Guys.
Because you won't ask your friends before you start dating what they think. So if you ask before, you get ahead of it.
I let my friends make their judgments. If they don't like them, I'm just gonna. I don't think I've ever had friends. No, ever had friends.
There have been times where where I've been seeing someone and then my friends will be like, yeah, but that'll make me think.
See, that's what I need.
That'll make me think.
I actually prefer the friends' validation. If I like you enough, I actually
You can't take it personally.
I want your friends' validation. Like,
For
if
sure.
I meet your friends and they don't like me, I take that very personally. I'm not gonna think there's something wrong with them. I'm gonna look at myself and be like, "What the heck did I do wrong?" But I have anxiety, so I'm gonna overthink that shit all day long. So
It's important for the person's friends to like you, but also I think it's important that you ask your friends what they think of the person you're seeing before you start dating them.
what do you mean?
Like,
For that's in guy terms, because girls don't ask guys to date them. Like, you have to ask a girl.
okay, if you brought a guy around your friends, after you hung out, would you ask your girlfriends, hey, what do you think of John?
No, because girls don't care what their friends actually think. They are going to date someone that their
They're
friends
gonna do
don't
it regardless?
like. 100%. And girls, we know that we do that. We know that we do not take our friends' opinions legit until it's too late. Guys, though, actually ride off their friends' opinions.
I'm not saying to follow it, but like I think you should know.
I don't care if my friends don't like my boyfriend.
You don't care?
Because, like, if he treats me good, then if he did nothing wrong
What
to
if that
them-
was their issue?
What?
Oh, I don't like how he treats you.
No, but if he treats me good and my friends are just not liking him just because they don't like him, just because, like, he exists, then, like, that's not my problem.
Fair.
I sound like such a...
No, I get it. No, I get it. But what if they said what if they said, Megan, we don't like the way that he's treating you?
Yeah, if a guy's not treating me good, your friends are going to tell you. But guess what? Girls know that we stick around for bad guys for a little bit. Girls always do that. I don't know why we do that. We stick around somebody that's bad just for a little bit. If you leave the second someone's, like, not that great, then you have the most utmost self-discipline in the world, and I respect you, but could not be me.
Okay,
I like to wait it out.
Okay, speaking of waiting it out, I have somewhat of a random question, but it has to do with waiting it out.
Yeah.
How soon is too soon to go on a trip with somebody?
Never too soon.
Never too soon.
Never.
Really?
I think I went on a trip maybe like 3 weeks after meeting somebody once. Week 1, let's date. Week 2, I love you. Week 3, let's go on a trip.
You move quickly.
That was a quick one, and that's why it didn't last. The flame will light just as quickly as it dies. And that's why you have to do a slow burn, because slow burn actually is way better. I'm learning the slow burn.
Slow dancing in a burning room.
Slow dancing in a burning room. Never go fast. I used to be a fast girly, and guess what? Guess where that gets you? A broken heart quicker. Don't run to the finish line. In a marathon, you're going to die on the side of the road before you even reach it, so don't do that. Ridiculous.
I think a couple weeks might be a little too quickly,
What, like-
but I'll say maybe after a month. Depends
3
how
weeks
big
is a
of
month. 4.
Okay. Well, it depends how big of a trip we're talking about here. I'll go away for a weekend.
Like an island.
Dang. Yeah, it's got to be longer than 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you should go on a trip with someone sooner, because you got to figure out how comfortable you are being in a room together for that long. The bathroom situation. You got to find out, meal times. Do you guys run out of things to talk about? These are all very valid things. It's kind of like living together and playing house for a week, but in like a weird environment.
One of my favorite videos I've ever seen. You know Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Famous actor at Caddyshack. He crashed. You don't know Bill Murray?
No, actually, who is that?
That's crazy.
Is that
Bill
bad?
Murray?
Show me a picture.
Old guy.
Okay. Is that all I need to know?
Kinda.
Okay.
Legendary comedic actor.
Love comedians.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He crashed a bachelor party and he gave a toast. This was like in a lobby in maybe like South Carolina or something. And he said, before you get engaged, take your fiance to some random part of the world where you have no connection with other people, no phone. You're just you two, because things are going to go wrong. And it's important to see how you two get along when things go wrong and do that before you get engaged. And then you could really tell about a person.
I 100% agree. If your girl or boy stresses out when you guys are not having, oh, that's Bill Murray? I know that guy. If
you knew Bill Murray, right?
I actually wholeheartedly agree with that, because if you learn, that's why going on vacation is actually important, and living together before you're married is important, because you gotta learn how you guys are in every aspect of life, not just when you meet up and go on a date and you're like, oh, that date went well. Okay, but what about when someone breaks their foot? Are you gonna take them to the ER? What if someone gets sick and you need to hold their hair back? You gotta see each other in all scenarios, all gross scenarios, sad scenarios, down bad scenarios, and your highs and lows, all those things. And if you still love someone throughout all that, then you're good to go. You're gonna be a great partner. But if you're
I also think the embarrassing things too.
Oh, embarrassing, 100%.
Totally.
Embarrassing, gross, and sad.
I had an embarrassing one recently.
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
Tell me.
I accidentally clogged the toilet.
Oh my, yeah, exactly.
And they didn't have a plunger.
No. What'd you do? Did you call the police?
I had to come clean. And we went on a Target run.
And guess what? How did she respond to it?
We laughed hysterically. I'm turning red just thinking about it. It brought us closer together. She took a Snapchat for her friends. She's still not letting me live it down, and we will always have that story.
That's a real. I have to be so honest. People, you have to be okay with the goofy. See, that's funny.
I'm turning red again.
That's funny.
I was so embarrassed.
A girl that loves you in your gross, embarrassing, sad, and angry moments, that's your wife.
I walked out of there like a dog with his tail between his legs. I walked out of there like Eeyore, moping around like I got something to tell you.
That's right. And guess what? Don't you feel so good when someone just accepts you and they're like, let's go. We'll go to Target. We'll work this through. She
was a real one though.
That's what I mean though. Wait, guys don't understand that. Guys do not understand that if a girl likes you in those moments and you guys aren't dating yet, if a girl's standing by you with those funny moments instead of texting her friends being like, oh my God, ew, guess what just happened? Because guess what? When you live together, when you go on vacation together, that stuff's gonna happen, okay? If someone gets stung by a jellyfish, you gotta pee on the leg, okay? Clog the toilet, you're gonna have to unclog it. You might do it together.
Wait.
What?
You peed on any legs?
I've never peed on a leg.
Have you gotten stung by a jellyfish?
I have not gotten stung by a jellyfish.
Oh, but you're just saying that you'd be a team player.
I'm just letting, I just know how I gauge if someone is going to be my husband or not, and vice versa, if I'm going to be their wife, is if how we are in those gross moments. And if I'm not feeling good one day and you're not helping me out, and, if you're not buying the Febreze, then, we're done. If you're not holding my hair back, I don't like you. You got to be down for the gross moments. You have to.
I could see you going through situations that you've lived through.
100%. I'm thinking of it in my head.
They held my hair. They didn't hold my hair. They didn't have Febreze. All right, Rachel, what's your question?
That's how you know.
Do you think TikTok has changed how people see their own relationships? Do you think it's changed the perspective? There's so much people bragging on
I would
TikTok.
say Instagram more than TikTok.
No.
Both, even.
I look at people's Instagrams of their relationships, and I'm inspired. I look at TikTok
Inspired?
videos. Yeah.
You're inspired?
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
I see cute relationships, photos, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. I go on TikTok, and I see a video of how your boyfriend put roses on the bed, and I'm like, I want roses on the bed. But God, that might have been the one thing he's ever done for his girlfriend, but I'm comparing it. But I get things too. It's you always have to you can't compare it to anything, because you never know what goes on behind the scenes. That could have been the one time that guy did something, that's why she posted it. I do not watch relationship TikToks for that reason.
I was gonna say, I think you're on a different corner of TikTok than I. I never get served any of that. I'll be honest.
What do you see?
like sports and music and funny stuff and like I don't know.
Chicks
Not
in sports.
chicks and no,
Chicks in
not
football.
not rose petals on a bed.
Well,
You know,
I get that.
unless it's like private jets to the Bahamas or something, then I'll sometimes get served that.
Hey, you know, you gotta do what you got, whatever it takes.
What
Whatever it takes. You know?
What are you guys gonna do if TikTok gets banned?
Oh, what?
What are you gonna do if TikTok gets banned?
If TikTok gets banned, I think I'm gonna become a lawyer.
You're just going full pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd be good at that. Like, would you be more of a prosecutor or attorney?
Prosecutor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You think you could go after? You could be the aggressor. You could seal the case going after someone, not defending them.
I got a lot of rage, and
No,
I gotta
you
channel it
don't.
into something. I do. I gotta
does.
channel it into something.
And right now you think you're channeling it into TikTok?
Little bit. I've been clapping back at comments every 5 seconds. You know, I tell people to get a job in my TikTok comments. I've been a menace on
You tell 'em to
TikTok
get
Do you
lately.
think you're too much of a menace?
I know. I tell people to get girlfriends. I tell people to get offline. Like
Do you think you're too much of a menace or not a menace enough in your comments?
I think I'm too much. I think I say some pretty stupid stuff sometimes. Because, like, this is some stupid kid that's, like, 15, and I'm telling
you're
him to
giving them
get
the
a life.
satisfaction.
He doesn't have a life.
But exactly. So you're giving them the satisfaction.
100%. And then I delete it after because then they get 1,000 likes, and I'm like, I'm going to take down your likes. Because they're watching those notifications, and I know they're like, so I delete their comment to, like, take away their happiness. And I feel like
Did you block them?
I'm playing Monopoly. No.
Oh, you just
I block, like, really.
you put them in timeout.
I put them in timeout. If you say something really mean, I block you. And then it's so funny because then they'll go to my Instagram and be like, why'd you block me? Because you said something stupid, Jerry. Don't be stupid.
Jerry, I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
What's your long distance relationship dating advice? Tell us. You've done this.
Trust. And I know you girls are going to be like, but he's in Miami for spring break. I don't care if he's in Miami for spring break. If you don't have trust, if you don't have blind trust, you're never going to make it in this world. Let me tell you, having a partnership is blind trust. You just got to freaking trust them. And if you don't trust your partner, why the heck are you with them? Guess what, honey? If they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. You know, all the controlling you do and location tracking and did he follow one girl and then unfollow this girl and then like
You're
her
going
photo?
into details like that?
Yep. If you do that, you just know your he's not all in for
How
you.
often do you have to see someone to make the juice worth the squeeze?
I think every 2 weeks, long distance, you have to see
2
each other.
weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Not, I can't go 3 weeks. I can barely go 2 days before I'm hopping on a flight.
You're a sick puppy.
I'm a sick puppy.
Okay, what's the max?
Oh, I once went a month without seeing my long distance relationship, and I was like, why am I doing this?
So seeing someone once a month is kind of like, maybe the juice.
It
isn't
has
worth
to
the
be
squeeze.
every month. I say every 2 weeks. Maybe, I guess if you're in school, if you're like younger, if you're a student, maybe 3 weeks is fine.
How often are you FaceTiming?
I can't do it. I would say every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Every day?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If you don't see each other often. I don't do that because I'm, up on a jet every freaking day. Not a jet. It's a Delta Boeing 737, but,
Who's counting?
me.
Yeah.
There's so much you miss in a long distance relationship, like throughout the day, that you have to FaceTime.
I don't know. I don't know I don't want to know what you're doing
Yeah.
every single day.
Yeah, because then I feel like you
I want
could
to give you
get
some privacy.
not just privacy, but like I think you can definitely overdo it.
100%.
Like I don't want to be the person texting all the time.
And I
just
used to
in
be
general.
that girl. Oh my God. My frontal lobe just one day, I think, just snapped. And it was like Megan.
Hey,
It was like relax. And so like I've been the chill girlfriend for a while lately now.
You
And I
think-
used to not be a chill
you think
girlfriend.
you're the chill girlfriend?
Because if you're with someone that gives you that peace of mind, it's like feels amazing. I feel great.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
only crazy if they make you crazy.
Yeah, like that. Like my current situation, not making me crazy. Are you going crazy? A little bit.
I'm not going crazy.
We're switching roles.
I'm not going crazy.
Living la vida loca. La, la, la. Okay, now I'm being a little crazy. Do you believe
Yeah.
do you believe in the let them theory? The let them theory is if they're going to do it, they're going to do it, let them. So like, for example, cheat. Like you can't control.
Well-
Are you into blind trust as well?
No. I don't like that.
Why?
Why?
Because I think I think communication could probably solve that.
Yeah.
Like you can't just say let them, because things often just get kind of lost in translation. If you're not on the same page, it's a very slim chance for two people to end up on the same page. So I think if you communicate, then it's better to be on that page and not just be like, whatever happens, like just letting go of it. I don't know. I feel like you're setting yourself up for issues.
I don't know. Maybe we got
Like
lost in
I think it's better to have hard conversations preemptively than to just let go of the reins and say, be with it.
Well, don't let it run wild. There has
Yeah.
to be there. Yeah, I
the
think
middle.
if you're in a decent relationship and it's going well, but human nature, you're gonna get a little jealous sometimes. You're gonna get a little controlling sometimes, and you're gonna get a little worried sometimes, even if you have no reason to. You're gonna get a little worried naturally if you have a sexy partner and they're going out and having a girls' night or a guys' night, and you're gonna wonder. Are people, are people looking at him thinking he's also cute and thinking he's available or she's available and she's cute? Are they gonna ask for her number? It's a human nature feeling. So the let them theory is trying not to control that retroactive jealousy.
I do agree with that. With that example.
Wait, speaking of retroactive jealousy, do you stalk the ex? Like I know girls stalk the ex. Do guys stalk
No.
the ex?
No.
Really?
That's crazy.
No. Like if a girl said, "Oh, I used to date this guy," and yada yada yada.
What if she was like, I used to date an NBA player? Would you go look him up?
Yeah, I'd look him up. But I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't
like,
just
love
sit
his
there
game.
scrolling. Be like, past is the past.
I don't know.
I know how you are. You get in your bag with the stalking, and that's not me.
I love
I
to
just
stalk.
there's just some things I just don't want to know. You know?
I mean, there's things that I don't want to
Just
know
let it
either.
breathe. Let it breathe.
Stalking,
breathe.
no. But the thing is, though, is that like girls do it. You do not care about her past. You don't have any sort of
What
retroactive jealousy.
if it was a random person?
Still, yeah.
You're telling me.
Because guys don't care about like random people. That's why I said I was like, what if it was an NBA player?
You're telling me that if we started dating tomorrow, you would look up my last 3 exes.
Yep.
No way.
100%.
That's crazy.
Maybe not the third. Maybe the first 2.
Find their aunts on
And
Facebook.
what would you look for?
I would look if they're blonde or brunette. I would look for where they're from, what city they're in.
And if they're blonde, would that be like, oh, I'm a blonde, so then the other type, or like, oh, brunette, like
Yeah.
maybe
Then it goes
you're
to
looking that deep into it?
Then it goes
You're
to
crazy.
are we the same height? Then it goes to how much does she travel? Does she travel more than me? Then I get jealous and then I get pissed.
Wait, are you
'Cause
looking?
why
Are
are
you
you
looking
in
to be the
Tahiti?
same as these people or different? That's what I can't figure out.
Oh, I usually don't know. I personally just
Yeah, you don't even know. That goes to show that it makes no sense. You don't even know what you're looking for.
I don't care if she has the same qualities as me.
And anytime you start stretching like that, it's because you don't have an answer.
You read me well. Don't do that. I don't like that. All I care about is, does she travel more than me? Yes. Has she been to Turks and Caicos? Yes. And did he take her? Probably. Then I'm pissed. But if I just see that she's pretty, I don't really care. If I see she has like a nice car or like a cute dog, like I hate you. Like why do you live a nice life? Why do you live? You can drive.
Why are you the way that you are?
Also, if she lives in LA, oh God.
That almost
hate
just
that.
whacked me in the face.
I hate that.
Almost been would have funnier if it would have.
That would have been funny.
Sorry, that wasn't English.
I know.
Almost would have been funnier if it was.
I personally just can't deal with it. Cute dog, nice house, LA. I hate you. Tahiti.
All right, Megan. This was real. Good catch up.
A lot of editing to be done with this episode for
no,
sure.
no editing to be done. Some editing to be done.
Me and Day, we're in it, guys.
Hey, I have a question. Do you think that we should be talking more between our episodes or less? So that we should be saving it for the episodes?
I think we should stop FaceTiming.
Okay.
Aww.
No more
I
talking.
know.
Sad.
Wait, that's like
No
so
more talking.
sad.
Get out of here.
No, but like we just can't talk. I don't want to hear anything about your life.
Exactly.
I do want your location though. I want to.
You think I'm going to share my location with you?
Yeah. Indefinitely, not just for 24 hours. I want like indefinitely. It's important.
There is no chance I'm sharing my location with you.
I just
Where
want
are
to see
you
where you
going
are.
There is no chance I'm sharing my location with you.
I think by today you will.
We'll see about that. All right, episode 2.
Peace out.
Out.
You won't?